Guys, it's me again, and it's a wonderful day, it's a great day, and it's a wonderful day. So, this time we will be answering questions about. So, the first question is: trace the flow of plasma or blood through the arteries, nephron, and veins. So, the first is blood flows through the kidney by the renal artery, then enters the glomerulus in the Bowman's capsule. In the glomerulus, the blood is split into 50 capillaries that have very thin walls. The solute in the blood is easily filtered through these walls due to the pressure gradient that exists between the blood in the capillaries and fluid in the Bowman's capsule. The pressure gradient is controlled by the contraction or dilation of the arterioles. After passing through the afferent arterioles, the filtered blood enters the vasa recta. The blood then exits the kidney through the renal vein. On the other hand, the particles and fluid removed from the blood, the filtrate, moves from the Bowman's capsule through the proximal tubule, loops of Henle, distal tubule, and collecting tubule. Urine is formed in the collecting duct and then exits through the ureter and bladder. From the proximal tube to the collecting tubule, the filtered blood and filtrate pass very close together. The peritubular capillaries are actually surrounded by the tubules. The peritubular capillaries are the ones containing the filtered blood. The nutrients that the body needs are reabsorbed into the blood at this point. Along with the nutrients that are reabsorbed into the blood, the balance of water and other molecules such as sodium and chloride is established by the reabsorption from the loop of Henle. So the next question is, what are the three steps or processes of urine formation? Where do they occur? And what materials are reabsorbed or secreted into the urine? So the first step is called filtration. So from the word itself, the kidneys filter unwanted substances from the blood and produce urine to excrete them. Inside the glomerulus, the blood pressure pushes fluid from the capillaries into the glomerular capsule through the specialized layer of cells. This layer, the filtration membrane, allows water and small solutes to pass but blocks blood cells and large proteins. Those components remain in the bloodstream. The filtrate that has passed through the membranes flows from the glomerular capsule further into the nephron. So the next step is called reabsorption. The glomerulus filters water and small solutes out of the bloodstream. The resulting filtrate contains waste, yet it also contains substances that our body needs like essential ions, glucose, amino acids, and even smaller proteins. When the filtrate exits the glomerulus, it flows into a duct in the nephron called the renal tube. As it moves, the needed substances and some water are reabsorbed through the tube wall into adjacent capillaries. So the last and final step is called secretion. The filtrate absorbed in the glomerulus flows through the renal tubule, where nutrients and water are reabsorbed into capillaries. At the same time, waste ions and hydrogen ions pass from the capillaries into the renal tubule. The secreted ions combine with the remaining filtrate and become urine. The urine flows out of the nephron tubule into a collecting duct. It passes out of the kidney through the renal pelvis into the ureter and down to the bladder. Urine is 95% water and 5% waste products. Nitrogenous waste include urea, creatinine, ammonia, and uric acid are also being excreted. Ions excreted also include sodium, potassium, calcium, and even hydrogen. So the third question is, what are the three mechanisms that our bodies use in maintaining blood pH? What structures are involved and how do they work? So the first mechanism that our body uses is the chemical buffers. The most important chemical buffer is the bicarbonate. The body uses the bicarbonate to perform a chemical reaction with the strong acids and bases in our body on a regular basis. The H ion binds to the hydrogen, leaving the reaction with water and CO2, which can easily be eliminated by simply breathing and through urination. So the second mechanism is called respiration. Respiration can reverse the above reaction and combine with water to produce bicarbonate. So if a person breathes in and out at a rapid rate and hyperventilate, this reduces the amount of CO2 in the blood and also reduces the amount of bicarbonate. With less bicarbonate, there will be lesser amount of hydrogen ions in the blood and pH will rise. The last and final mechanism is by the use of the kidney. The kidneys can absorb more acids and bases in order for our body to be at homeostasis or normal. Since our body tend to produce more acids, we tend to have acidic diets. And this explains why urine is slightly acidic, because that is one way of getting rid of some of the acids in our body. So the last and final question is, what are the implications of acidosis and alkalosis? So acidosis refers to the increase of acidity, while alkalosis refers to the increase of alkalinity, or what you call base. And this is not normal, and there may be a condition that occurs in which your body is too acidic, and that is called acidemia, or too basic, and that is called alkalemia. So there's a condition called respiratory acidosis, which may result to inadequate function of the lungs. There's also a condition called metabolic acidosis, which may result to excessive production of metabolic acid and is characterized by primary decrease in plasma bicarbonate. So alkalosis can either be respiratory or metabolic as well. For respiratory alkalosis, this results to excessive exhalation of carbon dioxide. And for metabolic, this results to excessive loss of acids in the kidneys and intestinal tract. And this time, metabolic alkalosis is characterized by the increase of plasma bicarbonate.
So I am confusion.
So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy and you learned something. And as always, be safe and don't forget to pray, because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good.